I think the Graduate School of Education has really prepared all of us to meet our career goals just in a lot of the field-based assignments that we've had. So we really put what we're learning in the classroom into practice. So we go into the classroom, we'll get, used to teaching, student teaching, and then we'll go back to Portland State and get assigned, a work sample or get assigned an action research project where we're going in and putting all that theory we're learning and getting the chance to really apply it into the classroom.
I would say I grew significantly in the way I perceive teaching and learning. I entered this program with a very traditional approach because that's what I've been exposed to in my life. But I think through the course of this program, I came to understand teaching and learning as a more interactive process, a more collaborative process, and a more constructivist process, something where I'm working with students actively to build that knowledge rather than me transmitting it to them in some way.
The GSE has helped me prepare to reach my professional goals in that I wouldn't be able to be a teacher if it weren't for the licensure. So being in the BTP has really helped me to get the jobs that I want. I would never be able to be an educator if it weren't for the license.
So I'll tell you a story. Last week, pivotal time when I knew that this was for me was last week. I was teaching a unit on flight, and it was a writing informational piece with third and fourth graders, and I was trying a new instructional technique, and I was trying and failing, and I was just going back to the drawing board. And so I was trying to bridge that gap of theory and application. And after the fourth time, it was the fourth time that it really, I connected with the students. My pace was great, and at the end of the day, the students were giving me high fives and hugs, and I was like, this is what I was living for. This is it. This is why I wanted to teach, and really making that connection that mattered, and making each student feel valuable. At the same time, just advocating and championing their academics. So it was the moment that I realized that was it. And I had moments like those, but that was the one that stood out the most.
I really like, just learning from students, and I like the reciprocal part of teaching. So I like learning from students and then teaching them as well, and it's just kind of a back and forth process that every day is different.
First of all, classes here at in PSU, they're a community, which I really love. And I went where I did my undergraduate. It wasn't like that. I really know most of the students in my classes, which I really like. And in terms of my career, they prepare me through a series of workshops, and just in the classes, they bring speakers, they bring educators, so lots of great things in the classroom, in and outside the classroom, I should say.
The most rewarding has been the interactions with the students themselves. I've been racking my brain to think of one, but it's just the day-to-day interactions with them that, despite any challenges that the program itself presents or the internship presents, it's still the kids that make it worthwhile.
A lot of classes had a lasting impact on me, but this particular class, the culture in the classroom with teachers, I'll name her, Frances Portillo. It was really interactive experience and hands-on, and culture everywhere, and I didn't expect it to be this way.
What really excites me about becoming an educator is being able to work with kids and families and school districts, and to really impact the future and impact my community.
A very pivotal point for me in the program was when I took Christine Chalet's class, Young Child as Scientist, because that for me completely changed my thinking and really transformed how I see both children and how I see curriculum. And during that class, I realized that I really needed to take that class to grow as a teacher. And I'm just incredibly thankful for Christine and for just the way in which Young Child as Scientist opened my eyes. And I use information from that class and ideas from that class every day in my practice.
I think the single most rewarding part of the program was being able to apply what I was learning right away. It was also my biggest challenge, was teaching and working at the same time, but it was something that I think was extremely valuable that I could use over and over. I could just immediately go to class and apply it the next day and keep growing and learning.
I'm just so grateful for the amount of support that I've received from not only my cohort leader, Olivia Murray, she is amazing, but also my fellow classmates, and they have made the difference. And the teachers and administrators at Jason Lee, they have shaped my experience into probably one of the best experiences and that I can carry out with and just learn from.
I think teaching is the best profession in the world, and I think there's magic that happens in the everyday interactions that we have with children, and I think it's the best place in the world.